Call to order the Claremore Cultural Development Authority meeting. Sarah, please call the roll.
Cottom. Here. Feldman.
Here.
Michael. Callender. Long.
Here.
Ruckerhoff.
Here.
Bowlby. Here. McSpadden.
Here.
Irwin.
If you'll stand with me and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation by Pastor Metcalf.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Father, I want to thank you and praise you for who you are and for the day you've given us. I thank you for the opportunity to intercede for this council. I thank you for their willingness to serve this city. Thank you for Mayor Long and our city manager, John Fury. The tireless work on behalf of the city is a never-ending job, and as our city grows, many decisions have to be made. So I ask for your wisdom in the decisions that need to be made for our councilors. In some of the decisions I have to make, may you guide them and help them as they seek what is best for the city. Most of us have no clue what goes on, and I pray that you'll just help them make the right decisions, and that they will trust their decisions as they've sought after you. These counselors are human beings, and as such face challenges themselves. May you bless them and give them the wisdom to face whatever comes their way. Be especially close to those who are dealing with their own family and health issues. Watch over them and guide them, and may everything be done to the glory and honor of Jesus. And I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Do we have anybody under call to public?
No.
Do we have a motion to accept the agenda as printed?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Bowlby.
Yes.
Cottom.
Yes.
Feldman.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Ruckerhoff.
Yes.
McSpadden.
Yes.
God, Jonathan, you sound kind of depressed.
Yes.
Sorry. Any items unforeseen?
None.
Current business, we have a motion to approve the consent items as printed.
So moved. Second.
A motion is second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Cottom.
Yes.
Bowlby.
Yes.
Feldman.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Ruckerhoff.
Yes.
McSpadden.
Yes. Motion to adjourn. Second.
Motion to adjourn is second. Call the roll.
McSpadden.
Yes.
Ruckerhoff.
Yes.
Cottom.
Yes.
Feldman.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Bowlby.
Yes.
Call to order the Claremore Public Works Authority meeting. Note the roll. Do we have a motion to accept the agenda as printed?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Ruckerhoff.
Yes.
Cottom.
Yes.
Feldman.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Bowlby.
Yes.
McSpadden.
Yes.
Any items unforeseen?
None.
We have a motion to accept the consent items as printed.
So moved.
Second.
A motion is second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Bowlby.
Yes.
Ruckerhoff.
Yes.
Cottom.
Yes.
Feldman.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
McSpadden.
Yes. Motion to adjourn. Second.
Motion adjourned is second. Call the roll.
McSpadden.
Yes.
Ruckerhoff.
Yes.
Cottom.
Yes.
Feldman.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Bowlby.
Yes.
Call to order the Claremore City Council meeting. Note the roll. Do we have a motion to accept the agenda as printed?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion is second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Ruckerhoff.
Yes.
Bowlby.
Yes.
Cottom.
Yes.
Feldman.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
McSpadden.
Yes.
Any items unforeseen?
None.
Mayor's report and appointments. I hope everyone had a good Labor Day weekend, safe. We didn't hear of anything major happening. So it's good for everybody. Awards and presentations and communications, Mr. Manager.
None on this end.
No? Staff reports, Mr. Manager.
We're going to have Garrett Ball come up and give us an update on our 2023-24 pavement project, street rehab
Thank
project.
you, Mr. Mayor and Council. This is our closeout presentation on this project. So fiscal year 23-24 street rehab, and this is actually also the 24-25 street rehab project. We've done the 2 years as one big project. So these are the areas that we worked on for this project. The Florence corridor over in the old part of town, part of 4th Street, part of Cherokee, in downtown, and then Westwood over on the west side of town. So the project was done by R&L Construction, done a really good job on the project. All the design, project management, surveying, we done in-house. Go ahead, go to the next slide. Funding for this project provided through the 1% street sales tax. We started design in March of '24. The bid was awarded in August of '24. The original bid amount was $2.122 million. We had one change order, if y'all remember back some time ago. We had some funding left over from what was budgeted, so we added to the scope of the project. That change order was for $205,772 in addition to the original contract amount. The change order that you've got tonight is the final change order to reconcile all the quantities on the project. It'll be for a deduct amount of $93,000. So the total project's going to come in right at $2.2 million. An estimated savings that we see from the in-house work that was done on design, inspection, contract admin was about $350,000 on this project. One of the big sections of street that we addressed this time was the Florence Avenue section from 9th Street south to Highway 88. That section of street was constructed between 1988 and 1993 as part of a big drainage project that was done in that section of town. There were several failed sections. The worst sections that were failed were north of 4th Street. And we had a couple different ideas about what was going on, but when we got it dug up, we figured out what was going on. The subgrade backfill where they had compacted it or hadn't compacted it against the drainage structures had settled over the years. When that settled, the concrete broke. That allowed water to get into it. That caused more failure of the subgrade. So there were places that there was no subgrade under the concrete section. There was one place that the contractor had been saw cutting, and they had I think it was about a 40-foot section. When they got to the end of that saw cut, the whole section of the street fell about 8 inches to a foot. So yeah, there was nothing under it. So
We were thankful because we thought the drainage structure,
Yeah.
early on, we thought that long, I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be like, this went from 2 million to 30 million.
So there were a lot of voids under that section. It's in a lot better shape now, but we're still going to have additional work to do in the future.
That didn't cost anything extra whenever they found out that it was a bigger issue than we anticipated?
No, we had enough built into the units for the subgrade excavation, and the ag base is going to go back in. So.
You anticipated some of that?
Yeah. All right, you can go to the next one here. This is before and after pictures of Florence.
But you know, we don't fix roads.
And the 4th and Cherokee, that was another section that was pretty bad. It wasn't a subgrade failure as much as it was just construction methods at the time that it was built and normal wear of the pavement.
So we didn't know how old it was.
We didn't know exactly how old that section was. That was a utility repair that had been done at some point. I have no idea why they patched it back with asphalt instead of going back with concrete. But
This was cheap.
and then the Westwood addition, we've done. This will be the second phase that we've done in that that addition. Parts of that addition were done as early as 1975. Other parts of it were built in the mid-90s. Just depending on where you're at in the subdivision, there's different methods of failure and different conditions of the existing concrete. Some of the concrete, it looks like had frozen when they poured it and caused it to fail later on. Other method or other sections of it was just due to age and construction methods at the time. Just some before and after. Some of these areas were really bad.
It's difficult. It's hard for those pictures. All of that surface area was small. I mean, it was completely just becoming gravel. It wasn't just those spots you can visit. Everywhere you drove out there was just like a gravel road.
We did find some subgrade failure in some of the older sections that is probably due more to lack of maintenance and fixing the bad spots when they came up more than anything. But so 3 major areas that were really bad been improved. I think we've done a really good job stretching the funding out that we had as much as we could to make the biggest impact. And we've done a lot of crack sealing in addition to the pavement replacement that will hopefully help expand it or extend the life of what's remaining. Citizens' complaints on this project are minimal, and the project was basically on time and under budget, so we consider it a successful project.
And I got to say, I was super impressed with the speed at which they worked, especially on that, because the Florence stuff was, we were really concerned about traffic. They did not waste any time.
They did not.
North or south, and they really worked hard out in Westwood. So all in all, that's the second time, is that our second go around with them, or was this the first?
They've done some other projects
Yeah.
in the past, but this was the first big project
big one.
they've done.
Those are 2 really big projects. Good work.
Garrett, I know we, a few years ago, we started putting a protective coating on some of the existing streets that weren't in that bad a shape to extend their life.
Mhm.
Are we still doing that, and how's that been working?
We've just been focusing on what's on the 5-year plan. We do have a list of those that need to be done, and that's probably something we'll look at again in the next year or 2.
Are we gonna update the 5-year plan, or are you updating it already?
We've still got probably 2 years to finish out what was on that list, and then we'll look at doing an update on it.
And we're technically ahead of schedule, I would say, with our
I think we're right.
we're in line where
Yeah.
KEC thought we
Yeah.
would be. So we're making the headway, I think, spending the extra money. This year's an anomaly because we took part of that money and utilized it to, add a contributory factor to the Route 66 overlay so we could get that done to the state. So that's why we combined the 23 and 24.
Yeah, and something else to keep in mind, when they done that pavement maintenance plan, that was just addressing the street surface. That didn't have anything to do with drainage. Any of these areas that we worked in throughout these projects, we've tried to address the drainage as best we can, which will help extend the longevity of the project. So.
And I think that's important. It's pertinent because I got a call last week about somebody that was trying to offer up and tell us how we should be fixing the service road. And I said, sir, it's not the issue. It's easy to go out there and cut out the bad asphalt. So why are we just putting more material in it? It's a drainage issue. I've always said it's the degradation of the under road. So going out there and even cutting it out and pouring concrete in it and putting an asphalt cap on it isn't fixing the problem. So some of those roads we will continue to patch and dump cold patch in and stomp down until we can tear the road out and rebuild and address the drainage issue.
Right.
There's no reason to go out and spend $100,000 on patches when we can dump $15 worth of cold patch in it when it needs $5 million worth of work. So that's the answer to some of those, but we always have an abundance of transportation engineers when it comes to us fixing the streets that like to call and tell us how we're doing it wrong, so. But, and then there will be some additional information, just the change order is a separate action item on the regular agenda. But it was a great project.
I am curious, I know Florence was one of the areas that was repaired. Just from experience and what's happened in the past, has the flooding been minimized down Florence?
That project won't really have anything to do with flooding.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess the localized areas where there was pavement failed, where you had a difference in, it's gonna help some of those localized areas, but there were some areas where we did repair some of the drainage inlets to help get the water to them quicker, so.
Okay.
Not a major impact on flooding, but it should help
Yeah,
somewhat.
because I know certain areas of Florence get pretty high up
Well,
when there's
yeah.
a lot of water.
The topography of our community is
Yes.
unique. The majority of original town and
I
Delta,
know.
we're kind of at the bottom of the bowl, so. Any questions for Garrett on that part of it?
Well done.
Thank you, Garrett.
You can grill him when he comes up here.
Just stay right there, because we'll be to
Yeah.
together.
That's a few minutes away.
Item number 2, do we have a motion to approve the consent items as
Oh,
printed?
I apologize. I still had a few things under staff report. I'm
You
sorry.
might sit down then.
No. So just real quick, wanted to update you all. The next major event out at the expo is the Rogers County Fair. They will start moving in on Sunday. And so that will be through September. And then on September 27th, the RSU basketball floor will be going back down. And so it's already there again for that time. Other than that, we are coming up on a hunting season, so you'll start to see a significant use of vacation time by most of the staff in Public Works, Police, Fire. So we'll staff and schedule accordingly for that. And then I also want to give you all an update. Briefly, there's been a lot of construction on Blue Star around the water plant. That's our crews doing some stuff that coincides with that water plant upgrade. The reason they're still there, because I've had a question on it, is that they run into a vein of rock, some sandstone over there, which is some of the hardest sandstone that we've ever, so it's slowed down that pipe installation significantly. We hope to be out of there in the next 3 to 4 weeks, we hope. And the reason that's important is there's some additional work that needs to be done. We're going to transition our construction crew up to the old Tratt's property, the quarry property that we so lovingly refer to as the train station, to complete some of the mitigation and cover up of the storm debris. We're at a point now where we can do that in-house internally for a significantly less. It's the very last part of this last project, and we can do it for significantly less than a contractor. So we think we can do that for around $40,000, and the number of quantity units and topping it with the mandatory 36 inches of FEMA stuff would probably cost us about $250,000. So when you get questions why we haven't gone back to the Lowry Road Pond, that's why, is we want to get that done and finish that project up and get it submitted for reimbursement. And that's the end of my staff reports.
Okay. Now, item number 2, do we have a motion to accept the consent items as printed?
Second.
A motion is second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
McSpadden.
Yes.
Cottle. Yes. Spelman.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Breckerhoff.
Yes.
Colby.
Yes.
Item number 3, discussion and possible action on change order request number 2 for the fiscal year 2023-24 pavement maintenance project for a decrease amount of $93,617.80. Mr. Dahl.
So this is the final change order request to reconcile unit price quantities on this contract. Everything came in pretty close to what we were expecting. There was nothing major that was an increase or decrease. It was just it was just
underrun on quantities?
Yes.
I'm trying to help you out. And like you just realized, I just realized like Garrett was like, man, there's a game on.
Yeah, just an underrun on quantity.
Motion to approve?
It's a deduct, it's good.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, any discussion? Call roll.
McSpadden.
Yes.
Cottom. Yes. Spellman.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Ruckerhoff.
Yes.
Colby.
Yes.
Garrett, I forgot Chelsea's name the other day while we were at dinner, so don't feel bad.
Did you call her the wrong name?
No, I just
Okay.
like looked at, you know, blah, blah, you know, I've been married to you for a decade.
Item number 4, discussion and possible action on ordinance number 2025-17 as printed. Sarah?
New food truck, the new food truck laws go into effect November 1st, and this just aligns our city ordinances with that state law.
I had a question on this. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but in reading through the ordinance, it looks like did we add an additional prohibition against changing it from food trucks can't stay for more than 12 hours and to make that to prohibiting a mobile food vendor from remaining on a physical address within private property for more than 14 days?
That was a
Or
change
is
in the
that,
state.
is that also a change?
Yeah.
What's the limit on commercial property?
Well,
Or is there a limit on?
They have administrative rules that the health department requires
Yes.
them to do as well, because the thought process is if you're here longer than a certain amount of time, where are you cleaning up stuff? Where's your water line? Where's your sewer line? So,
Originally, there was the
Yeah.
law we're under now, they're supposed to return to their commissary, which is where they're supposed to actually
Right.
do all their prep work and stuff every 12 hours.
I didn't know if we had any vendors that would substantially be affected by this change, if we knew of any.
the food trucks were the advocates for this language change, the food truck, so the Oklahoma Restaurant Association and whatever their group is. So, I mean, this is one of those, hey, change your ordinance to this to be, okay.
All of these questions are motivated by any of my favorite foods.
Are you talking about the Mexican?
No.
Okay.
They just have to comply. The biggest thing that started this was some issues with, being able to be licensed by the state fire marshal as opposed to individual fire marshals, but the problem is the state fire marshals don't have the time, the resources, the ability to go inspect all of these.
I'm currently on the 2 burrito a week. Where to
So
get my burrito?
you just rotate trucks? depending on what-
When it
Yeah.
comes to the things, the practices that they're required to do from a health department standpoint, I don't think any of that was, they already have rules and regulations. This was more on the inspection side for, I mean, like, for instance, out of the concert, they have to be 15 feet apart if they're using a generator. I mean,
Yeah.
and so it's things of that nature that the ordinance is addressing.
Fire suppression, they have to have some fire suppression now too.
They thought they wanted the state to be able to license them once a year so they didn't have to get inspected in every single town. The problem
Right.
is that the state doesn't have the resources, so they still have to go to a town somewhere and get an inspection. And the language said if they're signed off on by a state fire marshal, well, a Catoosa fire marshal or a Claremore fire is not a state fire marshal, so they're still gonna have the same challenges, but they feel better about themselves.
Motion to approve?
It's a win.
Second.
A motion is second, any other discussion? Call the roll.
McSpadden.
Yes.
Ruckerhoff.
Yes.
Cottom. Yes. Spellman.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Colby.
Item number
Yes.
5.
Sorry about that.
Well, I
They
thought
were
you said it
talking
quietly.
between me and I couldn't hear.
Item number 5, discussion and vote to approve or reject purchase and sale agreement with the Cherokee Nation as printed. Mr. Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. This is exactly what it says. It's a purchase-sale agreement to sell 3 tracts of land located at or near Scissortail Drive and Country Club Road, formerly known as the Plaza, to the Cherokee Nation, and allows me to author or execute the agreement on Thursday the 4th, as well as any and all closing documents that will be required.
Have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion approved in 2 seconds. Any discussion? Call the roll.
McSpadden?
Yes.
Breckerhoff?
Yes.
Cottom? Yes. Spelman?
Yep.
Long?
Yes.
Bowlby?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion to adjourn is second. Call the roll.
McSpadden?
Yes.
Cottom? Yes. Spelman?
Yes.
Long?
Yes.
Bowlby?
Yes.
Breckerhoff?
Yes.
We're adjourned.
I can see T's favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
Not you.
I know.